This won't be a long live. I'm at the customer. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. See how much time I got left. I don't have any time, I think. So let's do something here. Let everybody wander in here if anybody shows up at all. Alright, so this will not be a long live feed, okay? Echo. Let's I'm gonna put this Cash App link out here. Because I was watching Palerider's video and he said he drank Starbucks. Can you believe that? So I'm thinking that my friend is going through a tough time there in the middle of Kansas at a hotel, forced to drink Starbucks. Yeah. Now, I'm a coffee connoisseur, right? But, man. You know, and he said it was straight black, you know. But, still. He's drinking Starbucks. The man needs help. He's in a 900,000 mile truck drinking Starbucks. Meanwhile, I got Camerons that I brewed in my truck. So, help a brother out. Because if Palerider doesn't have good coffee, and he's forced to be buying overpriced, crappy coffee, throw some money at that. There's his Cash App. Throw some money so he doesn't have to buy Starbucks. You know, for the price of 2 Starbucks, you can go to Walmart, buy a cheap $20, $10, $15 coffee maker in a $10 thing of coffee, and you'll be good to go. Brew that in your hotel and just leave it there for the hotel guest or the hotel personnel, or throw it in the truck. Starbucks hazelnut is the mom. Right, man, you're gonna turn liberal drinking that liberal cootie juice. That's what Starbucks is liberal cootie juice. I crack myself up. Now, I used to drink, forgive me. Holy Father, for I have sinned. Okay. There was a time when I was going, I blame Pennsylvania because I was going to Pennsylvania a lot. And I blame Big Rig CO because he also likes Starbucks. But I was drinking a lot of Starbucks. And because, you know, that's what was in the service plazas, right? And even though there's also a convenience store, Sunoco, you know, they dress like they're on a NASCAR team. I was drinking Starbucks. So that's one of the reasons why I don't go to Pennsylvania anymore, is because it's too Starbucksy, just like Washington and Oregon and that whole Northwest area, you know. Anyways, let's do some shout outs. We've got AJ Jones, Gary Gary, Jonathan Wheeler, Jerome Jones, Provost Motorsports, Stuart Warby, Scott SRO Logistics, SF Medic, Greg Zimmer, Thomas Wilson, James Best, Dutch, Morning from Holland, good deal, Anthony Bressler, Pale Rider TV, what? I'm giving you crap, Pale Rider. Morning, Stephen, all driving and listening. Good morning, Mr. Provo, sir. Are you trailer trucking or are you in Ocala? Word Wrestler, everybody's talking to each other. Pale Rider, I don't know what you're thanking me for. All I'm doing is try. Okay, this is where you need to thank me, Pale Rider. You need to thank me for trying to help you from drinking liberal cootie juice. I like this bed. Yes. Also, this is what drinking liberal cootie juice does. It makes you jump on the bed. It makes you jump on the bed. And it's documented on Pale Rider's first video of him being in the hotel. What? Your phone can tell you if you've been exposed to COVID-19 based on official guidelines from state of Louisiana. This must be on my Google tablet. That was dumb. Well, I got a bunch of hours back. Huh. Big Houston, good morning. Thomas Wilson says, I'm sitting here drinking a cup of Tim Horton. Well, if those of you don't know what Tim Horton is, that's coffee. So that's a weird statement if you don't know what Tim Horton is. Starbucks hazelnut is the bomb, says Ratman. Back in my lost days, I might agree with you there, Ratman. My drink of choice, and this is why I was almost 400 pounds, was the cafe mocha, which was basically chocolate milk flavored coffee with 3 pounds of sugar, and then I would add a quad shot cafe mocha. That was my thing. It was like $6 or something. But I've gone beyond that. Please forgive me. You guys been running with Dean Housing? Close. You just lost your coffee card, right, man? There you go, bros. Oh, man. No, I don't think Pale Rider is going to be doing the hair gel thing. Is there a truck behind me? Oh, there is. Tim for Miss Provost, I'm home for a little while, having truck repainted and damage repair from a foreigner backing into me, having frame repainted also, and then whole truck ceramic. Could be worse. Maybe he likes Taco Bell too. Well, he does like tacos, but he is in agreement with the rest of the country that's not James Best that Taco Bell is not authentic Mexican food. John Stroud, good morning. Got it, Houston. Thank you. OTJB, I emailed you my address and t-shirt size this morning. Good deal. Yes, Tim Horton, I think is Canadian. Venti Cafe Mocha. Oh my God, I know, right? Death by Sugar, had to quit it. Yes, Shannon, that was it. Venti Cafe Mocha, quad. And You know, we've all strayed. We've all strayed, right? We've all strayed. So I'm going to put out, look at the pinned message. Give Palerider some love because he obviously is lost out there in the middle of Kansas. The corn in the air is affecting his brain, and he's drinking Starbucks. Anyways, what's up with you guys? I'm gonna put that Cash App there again, just in case you guys don't. My pinned message might be lost because of my long ass name. As Little Dog said, can my name get any longer? And I said yes, it could, but for now we'll just keep it where it's at. So still drinking Folgers, the little old lady pusher, Mr. Olson. Little old lady coffee pusher Mrs. Olson got me years ago. I like some like here, I'll show you something I like. Maybe. Freaking bags. Oh, sorry. Is that out loud? Sorry. I like this stuff. This is good stuff. Highlander Grog. It's Cameron's. This is beautiful. I love it. And I think I forget what flavor I got here, but oh, and I'm doing this weird thing. I'm going. There's like this river that goes in the middle of the country, the Mississippi, I think. There's like a big Archie thing, like McDonald's thing in St. Louis. I'm actually going to go east of that. Isn't that weird? The world's coming to an end. Palerider's drinking Starbucks. I'm going east of the Mississippi. It's all a crap show right now. There's just... December is a weird month. December is a weird month. You had McDonald's... Palerider, McDonald's coffee is... Now, I was told that McDonald's coffee, when they started, was the same source as Starbucks. I was told that. And the coffee at McDonald's was actually pretty good. I don't know how true that is now. I don't know who their distributor. I would like to know who makes McDonald's coffee. But you're better off with McDonald's coffee, Palerider. Just live off of McDonald's coffee and McDonald's burritos. Breakfast burritos. That are actually more like tacos. You'll be alright. Smoke, good morning. I even had McDonald's coffee yesterday. I already read that. Spooby, good morning. I'm finally running again. Second week at least. Op game. Was having truck repaired from antifreeze leak and bunk heater got rebuilt. Thank God I did not have to pay for it. Good deal. Jeff, glad to see you. Our friend Palerider's drinking Starbucks, so we need to Cash App him. So I know you got the Cash Apps thingamajigger going on. Cash App him some money and tell him to stop drinking Starbucks. You're going to Missouri, Shannon? Well, if you see the most beautiful green truck you've ever seen while you're here, it's probably not me, because I'm going to be out of Missouri by today. It cracked me up. Grog is the old British name for beer. Steve's drinking beer and doesn't realize it. Really? No, this isn't the Highlander Grog. Is that true, Pneumatic Brit? That's funny. No wonder I like the taste of that coffee a lot. You're going to Michigan today, Big Houston. That ought to be fun. Hey, Keith, I have a national account with Starbucks. IHOP right next door. Haven't tried their coffee yet. IHOP's not too bad. Now, here's what you not need to be doing, Palerider. Don't be eating all them carbolicious desserts that they call breakfast. Don't be doing that, okay? The last thing you need is to be in a sugar coma at the hotel where you can injure yourself jumping on the bed with liberal cootie juice residual, Starbucks coffee residual inside you. Right, man, 10 to Virginia. Man, I'm going to be right behind you, sir. Like the McDonald's ice cream swirl something or other. Looks like a random alcohol test. I was about to say the person that can combine beer and coffee will be a genius, but they've already done it. You go to any liquor store and there's beer or coffee based beer, coffee stout or whatever. So anyways, it's we got 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna check into this customer and tell him, hey, load me now. You're almost to Springfield, Illinois. I used to go through there all the time. In fact, the first time that I had the hey, you need any company was in that Road Ranger there at exit 99A or B or something like that, off of 55. Out of the big chain truck stops, Loves, Pilot, J, TA, Petra, who has the worst coffee? That would be the TA. Loves is actually the best, in my opinion. This is all opinion based. Pilot does pretty good. Now, the thing with Pilot is you got to get the mild stuff. And you got to go to Bean Cup. The Bean the Cup is the way to go. Those machines cost $10,000 a piece. I did a video about the Bean the Cup machines. But Loves is first. Pilot J is second, if they maintain their machines. And third is TA. Now, some of the TAs are getting these Bean the Cup machines. So those are actually, like the TA in Stratford, Missouri, they got the machine, but it's a different kind of machine. It only works half the time. It's like they said, hey, that Bean the Cup thing's a good idea, but we don't want to do it like the others because we got to be different. So they got this different machine that's always breaking down. McDonald's coffee is surprisingly good. Not very good, but good. I haven't stepped into McDonald's in like, I don't know, 26 years, I think. So I don't know how good their coffee is here lately. Let's see. Just to put in perspective, the best, most expensive coffee beans. Well, it just shows you how easy it is to sell people on certain things. Like number one, you had one person that was idiotic enough to try that, okay? And then, but at the same time, he was genius enough, either that or his friend that was hanging out was like, ew. And had the idea of, you know what? I bet you we can grind this up and sell it high dollar to people that have more money than sense, and we'll make millions. Doink. There it is. There's that coffee, whatever that coffee is. Coffee is a drug, addicts. Movie. I can go without coffee. Anyone on here? Palerider is broke down. He's kind of mentally broke down too. And send him some money. We're not sending him money. We're sending him Christmas gifts. to help them get away from Starbucks. That's what we're sending them. So, Snorelord Coffee Company, get the bearded blend. Yeah, I do need to start. Look, screw this truck driving thing, right? I want to start a line of beard products. I want to start a line of coffee. And I wouldn't mind having my own signature guitar. You like the Keurig coffee? There's a really good video of how the water chambers in the Keurigs get all moldy and stuff. And I refuse to put a $60 machine that makes me 1 cup of coffee inside a truck where it gets banged around. Uh-oh. I think I'm in trouble. And, but I don't know, the fact that I can't see in those little things kind of makes me nervous. But Keurig coffee's not bad. It just depends on how old that water is. Look, it's good in a pinch. It's like every now and then you got to have a Starbucks because you're desperate, right? But I have a $10 Black & Decker, or no, Farberware little pot. It makes about exactly this much coffee. And so for $10, I can get that bag of Camerons that you saw. For $2, I can get a whole thing of filters. And then you have gallons of water on hand. And boom, coffee is made. Save yourself $2 to $3 a day. Or if you're buying Starbucks every day, you're going to save like $1,000 a month, which, you know, with fuel being the way it is, you need all the pennies you can get, right? I mean, am I right? Am I right? Because this whole trucking business thing it's a disaster right now. Now, with that being said, this load I got, I mean, they took my offer, which was ridiculously high, so quick. I'm like, I wonder what's wrong with this load. So I'm kind of nervous. So this is a little bit of nervousness coming out here. I will buy you the machine for your truck. I already got a machine for the truck. I don't have a Keurig because I can't afford it. I don't have a Keurig because I don't want it. You watch, the more Steve drinks his beer coffee, the more chances that the live will abruptly end because you will fall asleep at his steering wheel. Crown Royal Apple. I can't drink whiskey because it puts me to sleep. It's like, hey, you're drunk and tired. So I don't do the whiskey. Now, rum, on the other hand, I've had to apologize to many people the next morning for being an ass because of rum. Not because of me, I didn't do it, but the rum did it, right? Buy me a machine for my truck then. You don't need, look, you're out there buying like tools and all that fancy stuff. You don't need any help, Jeff. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 20% of 100% of this load. In other words, the money I'm making off this load, go ahead and take 20% from what's on the rate con, and we'll call it good, Jeff. So, and you don't even have a truck, Jeff. Gosh. I have an extra Keurig coffee maker Palerider can have. Yes, it works. Yeah, but that, look, here's the bad thing about, I mean, in all seriousness here, we'll be serious here. Can of coffee or that bag of coffee takes about that much space, right? About the space of my hand. the same amount of coffee in Keurig K-Cups, you got to have like, I got too much crap in the sleeper as it is. If I do a 34 on the road, which it's looking like it might, I'm going to park next to a dumpster and I'm cleaning this truck out. I'm done. I don't live in this thing anymore, so why should I act like it? Coffee with rum is also good. Yeah, you get some of that Kahlua. I bought a Keurig for my truck, Steve. It's thebomb.com. But then you got all that storage of all that stuff. And they're like, well, you can get the little K-Cup that you put the coffee grounds in. Well, now I got to try to clean that thing out. Getting rum dumb is my favorite. Spoopy, you and I on some rum, man. I think that we would probably be hellaciously funny. So what would you name your coffee? Something metal sounding? Absolutely. But, you know, a lot of like there's Death Wish coffee and you have Black Rifle coffee. So I'd have to come up with something like pretty dang good. Like the name would be basic, but then the blends you would have, you know, you got like that. That's where you get creative, right? Pink Rifle? What? So, if any coffee makers or beard people are watching, I will be happy to endorse and create a line of products for you and promote them to my 25. I have a whole 25 people in this chat. This is advertising. Advertising. It's advertising. My minions. Bearded blend? No, that people don't want to think about beards when drinking their coffee. Now, you can go, this coffee will put a beard on you. You know, it'll make you listen to death metal and make you grow a beard. That might be a selling point. Caveman blend. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Snorelord's metal coffee. I can't really name a coffee Snorelord. I mean, come on. It's like, that's like naming, you know, a sugary treat sour lemons. I mean, it just doesn't go hand in hand there. Hot leather blend. I don't know where your mind's at, Thomas, but let it stay there. I got you on the widescreen in the phone for comments. You must be. Are you at home, Dutch? Are you at home? Because when Palerider goes live on Friday and Saturday nights, and if I'm at home, I will watch him on the big screen. I'm just a stellar Artois lout. I have no idea what you just said. Is that some of the Queen's English there? Snorelord's Peace Brew? No, we can't have Snorelord in the coffee name. That doesn't work. It's a beer? Oh, okay. You had to go to the hospital, Dutch. Why? Snorelord coffee will put you to sleep and snoring to annoy your spouse. Well, my videos, but dude, that's it. Jeff, you just gave me good idea. We'll make millions, right? Well, I will. You won't. But I could advertise the coffee as I'm doing my live feed since I'm so boring that you need my coffee to stay awake. Isn't that? I create the problem and the solution. That's how you make money. I mean, that's what these food corporations are doing. They create the problem, then they create the solution. That's what these pharmaceutical companies are doing. They create the problem, they create the solution. Genius. Jeff, you are an absolute genius. That's why your name is on the side of my dang truck. Because you think good. Charlie Benante coffee. I had a little bit of that. A friend of mine who's a big Anthrax fan, he gave me some. It was pretty good. A lot of the metal guys, look, metal bands like Slayer, Metallica, and they either have coffee or liquor. I know that there's a Iron Maiden beer, which is the best beer in the world. They have Megadeth has a beer. Slayer has a wine, and Charlie Benante, from Anthrax, he's one of the best drummers ever. He's got his coffee blend. I want to say Rob Halford was working on something, but beer juice, Spooby. Now you're being gross. Allergic test, a lot of stickers on my back, and then they checked today and I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. Well, Dutch, I hope you get better. Jeff, yes, and you don't wake up with a hangover, you wake up with a long beard. There you go. Test take 3 days. How about Trucker's Choice coffee? That's like Taster's Choice. Isn't that like an instant coffee? Steve, how about coming to work for me? Well, what would I do for you, Thomas? I can't drive a truck for you because your truck's in the shop, number one. Number two, I'm in competition with other YouTubers on how little I can drive. So I'm an advertising genius. You are, Jeff. You are. And it's fun going up to security guard shacks and telling them, no, the name of the company is Like Trucking Corp, not I Like Trucking Corp. So we got to work on the logo thing a little bit. Excuse me. Man. 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. This live feed will be done because I'm going to check in here. Although the only 2 docks they have 2 of those Crete trucks in there. They're in the way. So, Thomas Wilson and Associates Incorporated. Will we sell coffee? Would that be? Will we come up with coffee and beard products? I'm there, Thomas. I'm there. I'll sell the truck. Do I have to live in Georgia, though? That might be an issue. Mr. Wilson, I would work for you, but I'm not shaving my beard. Oh, if I got to shave to work for Thomas Wilson, I'm out. I'm done. Look, if Jeff ever wants to get rid of me, like he's like, man, this Steve guy, I just absolutely despise him now. I got to get rid of him. All he has to do is say, hey, you got to be clean shaven to work here. I'll be like, oh, okay. And I'd leave. But Jeff won't do that because he's a good guy, right? Right, Jeff? You're a good guy. Did that for t-shirts that make you go broke. Snorbucks coffee? No, you can't have the word snore in a coffee name. Weirdos. Man, that sun's bright. Dress shirts and dress pants with dress boots required. I'm out. Sorry, Thomas. I'm out. Although there's a rumor that I might be at Matt's with I might be at Matt's. I'll just leave it at that. Truckers Brewing for truckers by truckers. Well, then how do I reach the people that aren't truckers? I want to sell worldwide, not to just, people that drive these things. Pale Rider's in. Pale Rider can work for you, Thomas Wilson. I think that would be a better fit anyways. Apnea caffeine booster coffee. We don't want to boost anybody's apnea. That's dangerous. It could be specially formulated for people with sleep apnea. So it'd have a caffeine content of like triple, but still tastes good. That would be the shiznit right there, wouldn't it? Tuxedo Trucking. That's a horrible name for a coffee, Spooby. I'm not doing Matt's. New COVID sounds horrible, so gotta wait. Thomas Wilson, the things that I've heard about the Omicron, the Transformer, is that it's mild. So, but I don't know. I haven't decided. But Jeff threw that idea out at me for Matt's this year. So, slaying coffee. Now, John. Now you're talking. John knows that you can't put sleepy things in the titles of coffee. And if you're gonna do a heavy metal coffee, you got to put metal things in the coffee, right? Bearded metal goaches. Oh, Spooby, you need help. Yeah, coffee. Sorry, can't drink that. Jerome, I respect your opinion. Wild Trucker coffee, guaranteed to keep you going. I can name it after it. Remember that if anybody who's ever been through Memphis with your CB radio, you got the green smoke, blue smoke, purple smoke, white smoke. You know, go to channel whatever, blah blah blah. And we can start naming it after smokes, like heavy metal white smoke or some bullcrap. No, that sounds like White Snake. We don't want that. Not that there's anything wrong with White Snake, but you know, we got to be more metal than White Snake. White Snake's more of a poofy hair kind of thing, whereas you know you got to have like swords and knives and guns, pictures of that kind of stuff for heavy metal coffee. Pandemic aside, the general public is tainted and unclean. Tyrannus, I actually agree with you on that 100%. You'll have to have, I will have, that'll be my second signature roast, will be the Palerider TV roast. We'll just call it Palerider. And hope that the movie company that owns the rights to that Clint Eastwood movie don't try to sue me. If I spelled it like you did there, John, I think we get away with that. It could be like a taco flavored coffee. The Palerider blend could be. 3 more minutes, people, and then I'm gonna go in and check in and see how screwed up this load is, because it's paying pretty good. 18-wheeler marine crankcase blend coffee. That's not a bad name, Thomas. Guaranteed to keep your eyes open no matter what. First cup is free. And it will make you jump on the bed. Like, I'm waiting for the video of Palerider doing jumping jacks on the bed or jumping from, hey, Palerider, are there 2 beds in that room? Because if there are, I want to see a video of you jumping from one bed to the other. I want to see that. I would pay to see that. Taco Bell flavored coffee. That's guaranteed to move your bowels. Oh, man. Wild Stallion coffee. There you go, John. See, John's on the right track. The rest of you guys, your weird names. I've got a coffee name. It'll be called the anti-liberal cootie juice. Well, instead of juice, we'll use blend. That sounds more pleasant. Ever had a shot of Cuban coffee? No, I've never been to Cuba. I did have Jamaican coffee once. So we ate at one of those, it's called Del Rico or whatever. It's one of those Brazilian meat places, right? Where the buffet comes to you. You know, they like, some guy shows up with a skewer of meat and you're like, would you like it? All right. And he cuts a piece, you know, and the whole 9 yards. And then, you know, when they want to sell you dessert, they come up to you and they're like, hey, you know, we're selling these cup of coffees, right? And this is back in my 400-pound carb days. And he goes, And this really good salesman with this really great pitch sold us Jamaican coffee, right? And it was probably the best cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. Now, it was sweetened. Palerider, forgive me, it was sweetened. This coffee was so good that when I got the bill and I looked at how much I paid for that damn cup of coffee, I was not even mad. That's how good that coffee was. GOP coffee? What's GOP coffee? I've never been there either. That's interesting. I'm at a pet food place, and a truck that hauls regular food just showed up. Proof that the restaurants are feeding us dog food. Politically incorrect and socially unacceptable blend. We can do that. Bill and Ted would love Stallion Coffee. Anyways, guys, Cash App Mr. Palerider. He needs all the help he can get because he's drinking Starbucks. So, and if you use not PayPal, if you use Cash App, I mean, you can use PayPal. Go to his channel for all the links to help him out. But if you use Cash App, make sure you put in the notes, stop drinking Starbucks. Okay? I want everybody to do that. Anybody who Cash Apps Palerider, this is for stopping drinking Starbucks, okay? And help a brother out, because Palerider's all messed up. He's in Kansas breathing corny air, and he's jumping on the beds, and he's drinking Starbucks. He has completely lost his mind. So somebody help him out. I can't get to Kansas right now. And because I got to go east of the big silver McDonald arch thing, which is going to be weird. I'm going to be scared, okay? But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let's all help each other out. Peace out. Be good. Be safe. And that's it. Later.